Lothar Frey was one of the many sons of Lord Walder Frey. Being the steward of the twins, he managed the castle and its holdings, planning and organizing and trying to further House Frey. When King Robb Stark failed to keep his oath to marry a Frey, Lothar and his half-brother, Black Walder Rivers, traveled to Riverrun. They planned to meet with King Robb Stark and discuss new terms to renew a Frey-Stark alliance. The reason being that Robb needed more men if he was going to take Casterly Rock. Knowing that Robb would likely agree to any demands as he was in desperate need of more men, Lothar presented Lord Walder Frey's demands for a formal apology from King Robb, the castle of Harrenhal and all of its surrounding lands, and for Lord Edmure Tully to marry Rosalind Frey. As the Stark army marched north towards the twins, Lothar planned the details of Lord Edmure's wedding. He hired a group of cutthroats to pose as musicians and had a part in the rest of the planning. The wedding lasted long into the night, and most of the men in the Stark army were drunk and tired by the time the bedding ceremony took place. After the bedding ceremony, Lord Walder Frey rose to make a toast to House Stark, and in the process signaled Lothar to begin the massacre. Lothar walked up to the Queen in the north and stabbed her multiple times in the belly, killing her and Robb's heir. Afterwards, Lothar, along with the rest of the Frey men, then proceeded onward to massacre Robb's army. After this event, House Frey was given rule over the Riverlands, and it was up to Lord Walder Frey and his sons to keep the king's peace. A few years after the Red Wedding, Lothar and Black Walder were still having trouble with running the Riverlands, and told Lord Walder of how the Tullys had retaken Riverrun, and how many of the Riverlords were openly opposing Frey rule. Among others, they mentioned of how the Brotherhood without banners had been raiding Frey supply lines. Lord Walder Frey then ordered Lothar and Black Walder to retake Riverrun and to use Lord Edmure, a captive from the Red Wedding, as a way to get Brynden Tully to surrender Riverrun. Lothar led the poorly equipped Frey army south and surrounded Riverrun. However, the siege was underplanned and the siege camp was completely unsecure and vulnerable, making the Frey army an easy target for ambushes from hostile forces. Lothar and Black Walder then attempted multiple times to scare Brynden into yielding the castle by threatening to hang Lord Edmure. During one of those attempts, Jaime Lannister and Bronn entered the Frey camp at the head of the Lannister army from King's Landing, and after shaming Lothar Frey and Black Walder, took over command of the siege. With the help of the Lannister forces, the Freys retook Riverrun and returned to the twins. There, they celebrated their victory and returned Lord Edmure to the castle dungeons. However, Arya Stark had used the methods of a faceless man of Braavos and disguised herself as a servant girl, and after a while managed to kill both Lothar Frey and Black Walder Rivers, serving their remains to their own father in the form of a pie, before killing Lord Walder as well.